Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for ICONversations. ICON represents the top 3 to 6% of earners here globally at eXp Realty, and we have 5 of our amazing icons on this stage ready to bring top shelf knowledge for all of you out there listening live on YouTube and here in eXp World. And by the way, spam that like button. Today from Ontario, we have Syed Lake. From North Carolina, we have Janina Austin. From Florida, we have Roberto Paradis. From Illinois, we have Monica Schmidt. And always bringing it sunny like a ray of light from California, we have Sunny Randir Singh. Sunny, the mic is yours.
Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you so much, everyone, for being there here today. Today is Friday, 2nd of August, and I feel honored to be here. And first of all, this is my first time getting an icon. My name is Sunny Singh, as introduced. I am from sunny California, and I am in this business, in real estate business, from last 4.5 years, with eXp 3.5 years. And today, it's an honor and privilege to do the moderator job. So I will start with you guys, all the panelists. We have Monica, Roberto, Janina, and Saeed. So we'll start with Monica. Monica, we want to, there's 3 things: your introduction, from where you are, and how long you are with eXp, and how long you are in a business.
I am from Illinois. I service Illinois and Missouri, actually, but I have been at eXp a little over 2 years now. I've iconed the last 2 years, and I've been in the business since 2016.
Awesome, 2016. And you said you were with eXp how long?
A little over 2 years now.
2 years. Awesome, awesome. Moving to Florida, Mr. Florida Roberto. Sir.
Hello. Sonny, thank you. Well, I've been with my license just 1 year. Well, 1 year and 4 months. In March of last year, I got my license. I started in another broker, and I moved to eXp like 1 month later, and it's been amazing. And it's been great to have like this achievement in such a short period of time. And I'm glad to be here to share whatever I can help or ideas to get the same production, because the goal here is that everybody can achieve this, like, and our company help us to do it.
You're an inspiration. 1 year and 4 months, and you're already an icon. So a lot of things today we'll learn from you. Moving to Janina. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right.
It's Janina.
Janine, sorry. Go ahead, Janina.
That's okay. So I am from North Carolina, and I came back to Greensboro, North Carolina about 7 years ago. I've been in real estate for 5 years, and with eXp for 2.
eXp from 2 years. Awesome. How is eXp treating you?
Sorry, did you say how is it treating me, or how are they doing here?
How eXp is for you from last 2 years?
Yes, wonderful. I was hesitant to leave the brick and mortar brokerage that I joined, which had a great reputation for training, simply because I wasn't sure about whether I would get the same amount of opportunity for community and collaboration and training. And it turns out eXp in my area with my sponsor is thriving and has a much better training program, and much, like, I would say maybe 4 or 5 times as many close colleagues at eXp than I had after the 2.5 or 3 years that I spent at that brick and mortar brokerage. So it's wonderful.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for that. Now moving to Saeed from Ontario, Canada.
Hello, Sunny. Thanks for having us as a ICON agents and experts. So for your same question, so I've been with eXp almost 3 years, and this is my hat trick going ICON very soon. So I have achieved already twice in a row, and this is my third time I'm going. I'm with EXP for 3 years, and I've been in business for around 10 years.
10 years and 3 years with EXP, and all three times you mentioned that you got an ICON award.
Yes, third time I'm going because then my anniversary is September 1st, and then I almost achieved.
Awesome. Good, very good, inspiring story, because a lot of Canadians tell me that our price range is high and we can't do it. So you are inspiration for all the Canadian people who are listening. So before we start, I would like to tell my side of story. EXP is really a blessing. Right after getting my license, 6 months, I heard about EXP, and I just attended one EXP con within a year when I joined. And that was a true blessing. I was just showing who I am. And I was, after 6 months attending that, I was invited on EXP Shareholder Summit, Orlando, Florida, where I was sharing a stage in front of 6,000 people. And same thing I was doing, motivating and talking about positivity. And I'm blessed that EXP put my big picture, a dancing picture, on the stage. So everything since the time I joined EXP, it gave me so much that I don't know how to give it back. This is a very good opportunity today that I am here and actually talking to all the icons all over US and Canada. So number one question, guys, our first thing is market is changing. We all know that. So market trends, how you adopting to the current trend in the real estate market, such as remote work, changing buyer preferences, or increasing interest rate. So we'll go with first, Monica. Monica, you there? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you, Sunny.
Yeah. Monica, do you want me to repeat the question?
Listed.
Okay. So how are you adopting to the current market trend in the real estate market, such as remote work, changing buyer preferences, or increasing interest rate? It's okay. Let's move to Roberto.
Hi, how are you? Can you repeat the question, Sonny? I didn't have the chance to.
No problem. So how are we adopting to the change in the real estate market? That is my simple question. How you
Sure.
adapt to the change?
It's a great question because we just had a meeting before this one with two of the brokers of EXP. They were explaining to us like all the changes that they are coming. They're explaining us like the new forms that we have to use, and we as a group, because we are not in a team like in EXP, but we are solo agents, but we have a big group that agents that we speak Spanish, like from a lot of countries that speak Spanish. So we gather together and we organize these conversations with Danny Plasencia and Frank, that they are two of the brokers that they are always available. So kind of like how we face this, like with training. I know that all the brokers here in EXP, they are helping and they are learning how to face these new changes after the 18. But I think we are in a company that is like a rocket compared with a lot of other companies. And I think we have to take advantage of that, because EXP has a lot of like great minds and a lot of great brokers that they are working for us. So we are going to have like an advantage with the other companies, and it's up to us to prepare for the changes, because the agents that they don't prepare, because this is going to level up all the field for everybody, because it doesn't matter if if you are like a really experimented like realtor, or you have 20 years, 15 years, or you are new, the playing field is going to be level, because all we are going to learn now how to face these changes. So I believe that the message here is get together with your team, with your coworkers from EXP, or even for other brokers, and have these kind of conversations with the brokers that has the I don't know how to explain it, the forms and the new changes, so you can prepare for that.
Right, you said it rightly. And I will say my point of view is change is way of life. Whether we are in real estate, we are in anything, thing has to change. Now, give you example of a still water. If you keep a water in a jar for a very long time, after some time, if it's not moving, that water will be not drinkable and start smelling. Same way human life is, or human business is. We have to always keep on flowing with the change. This change will motivate all of us to actually go and learn again and start adopting the change. We might, I'm not might, I'm 100% sure we might come up with new ideas which will increase our business, because end of the day is all your belief system. If half of you thinking right now, or any of thinking that this change can kill my business, then you're right. And if you think that this change will grow my business, then also you're right. So change is the way of life. Moving to Janena, what do you think about how you adapting to the current trend in the real estate market, Janena?
Oh, it's Janina. So I'm going to pick the remote work part of your question. I actually preferred it prior to COVID hitting. And then, of course, we got the best opportunity to make remote work a permanent option. And that was one of the reasons I left the other firm that I was with, because EXP does not require in-person meetings. So obviously we have lots of training available across the country through the EXP University, but locally here we have training at least once a month, often more frequently. We have social gatherings, broker opens that we attend, and most helpfully an 8 a.m. call every morning that lasts 15 minutes. And the more successful agents in the group, and even those who are just starting out occasionally, lead the call with something that's important to them that they want to discuss. So it helps us get used to speaking in front of folks we may not know. And we all, interestingly, can learn from each other, even those who aren't very experienced, because sometimes, you know, we forget what we didn't know in the beginning, and we're always interacting with other agents that have varying levels of experience. So it's really helpful. There's always something to learn. And to me, remote work makes it easier for me to focus doing that at home in a space that I can control the environment and not be interrupted. So with regard to interest rates, honestly, it hasn't really affected my business that much. I feel like a lot of the things that make other agents get really worried are not that much of a concern, really, if you're successful and doing a great job, because people do have to move still. And the question is, are you going to be the one working with them? So as long as you're confident, I feel like a lot of it has to do with our presentation. And of course, that doesn't make their payment every month lower, but there are people out there who have to move and are going to figure out a way to do it. So I'm focusing on remaining calm and emanating that calm when I speak to my clients, and it's contagious. So it makes them feel more confident moving forward.
Awesome. You said it very right, and calm is the main thing. You know, if you're calm, then nothing can affect you. I will request the audience, if you're a new agent or you're experienced agent, if you can put live on your social media so other can get advantage of this icon conversation, that will be great. Moving next to Mr. Ontario, Canada, Saeed. Saeed, what do you think about the change? And if you want, I can repeat the whole question. How are you adapting to the current trend in the real estate market, such as remote work, changing buyer preferences, or increasing interest rate?
Okay, so I don't know if you guys know about the Ontario market. I'm not going to say Canada, especially Ontario market. So Ontarians, I don't know about the US, but the Ontarians are different. They go by the trend. So when working remotely, we all adopted it. It didn't make any difference. However, if I look at it personally, my threshold was higher than before. I was able to focus more work. I was able to follow up more because I'm working remotely. So the time going to the office and meeting a client, waiting for it, they stuck on the traffic and all that, they all reduce. So what is happening? So I got more time and then I could focus on my work. And then one thing, if you think about it positively, in the pandemic, after the pandemic, people started trusting each other more because this was lacking before. Like nobody wants to buy real estate remotely ever. But since in Ontario we do a lot of pre-constructions, so what happened that we, to be honest, we don't see, we just sell it. Sometimes I don't go there, and I have all the information, and it's like we are more attentive than before because we are not seeing from the naked eye. However, we have all the information, so we do all our due diligence and client also. So for me, it's a benefit, and I have nothing to against for this. And in terms of the change of the market, the interest rate, I would say, I know the interest rate is high in Canada and all over North America, but like it's give and take, right? The interest rate is high, the price is low. So my strategy: buy low, sell high. The real estate is for the people who can afford. It's the affordability, right? It's not that, it's not your status, or you just, okay, I have 6 properties, right? It's not like that. It's all the calculation statistics that if somebody qualifies. So to be honest, regardless of the interest rate, but if your client qualify means we can go, I don't know how much time I have, but we can go further if somebody is interested to know how our client is qualifying for the properties. Because I have investors, I have first-time buyers, and to be honest, I have last-time buyers too, which is different. Maybe you never heard about it, last-time buyers. But I have buyers, they say, okay, this is my property, that's it. I'm not going to buy anything else. I just want to pay off my house. So it really depends. And personally, I think the interest rate changing, it's a tough market for the people because, as I said, the Ontarian especially go by the trend. If nobody's buying, they don't buy. If everybody's buying, they don't care, they will buy. That's how it is. So I would say it really depends. But for me personally, as I said, I'm going Icon again just because of the market, because I'm selling, I'm purchasing. So that's how I look at it. Thank you.
Saeed, that's awesome. And that shows why you are an icon from continuously all years, from 3 years, last 3 years. So thank you so much for that insight. Now, moving to the second question from you guys, like digital marketing, what I do, social media, which is one of the things, has helped me a lot, my business. So whenever I do either represented buyer side or selling side, I started making a video. In a year, I aim for like 4 to 5 videos, closing videos, where I'm letting the client talk about their experience. And mostly you just let them speak. And at the end, what I do is I put a music and let them dance, which normally everyone say that, no, I'm not going to do that. but as soon as you put the music, make it memorable for them, because this is the one of the most expensive thing they're buying in their life, right? So if you make it memorable and you tell them that this, I'm doing it so you can have a memory for after 3 4 years, when you look, you will really love this. So my question is about digital marketing. What digital marketing strategies are you guys finding most effective in reaching and engaging potential buyers, sellers, or investors? So moving to Mr. Florida, Roberto. So what do you think about
Uh,
digital?
well, I believe that digital marketing is everything today. I believe there is a new way to do real estate. We now see it with AI. We see it with the social media. Social media platforms is how you sell now. Of course, you have like your niche, that you have your people around you, everything, but you have to be exposed, because sometimes it's not like how I think is that is not the one who sell the most is not the one who knows the more, but is the one who is more exposed. Okay, so people have to see you in your email marketing. Okay, it has to see your signs outside in the street. It has to see your face in I don't know, in TV, if you do like TV, or now it has to you have to pay ads to be relevant, right? And the best way to do it is through social media. We are now in an era that we are all day in our phones, and to catch the attention of the people is second. So what I recommend to everybody, because I didn't do it before being a realtor. I never upload a video of me, or me talking, or not even a selfie. I always uploaded photos of my family, my kids, and my wife, or like a trip. But since now I know that for making videos, for making content, I will get paid like really good, because real estate is a profession that is very generous, and we can get like commissions of 20K, 50K, 100K. So if they told me that I have to make videos to make this kind of money, I will do it. And I know that for everybody is not like that easy, but I can recommend some things. First, there is better a bad video than a no video. Okay. Second, if you are not good talking to the camera like me, there is apps that they can help you. Download the teleprompter; is free. Just write your text and put the teleprompter in your phone, and record a selfie, and you just read and start doing that. And that's the way to do the things nowadays. And I recommend to everybody to start doing it, because if you don't do it, someone is going to replace you.
Yes, Roberto, you said really, on the point about the TV also, which you mentioned, that remind me, for 2.5 years, I was actually hosting a show. It's called American Dream TV, which has helped my business a lot. When I used to go for a listing appointment, half the job is done if you just tell them I am representing Southern California in a real estate TV show called American Dream. Yes, it's very expensive, but initially when I needed people should know me, that helped me a lot. So
No,
real,
and Sonny, sorry for interrupt. Sometimes you have to pay how your influence. Maybe I am not a big influence right now, but I can start doing collaborations. For example, if you have someone who has a podcast, talk with him, and oh, I want to be in your podcast. Sometimes you have to pay something to be there, or you have to knock doors. So in that way, you start like getting out. Like maybe you have someone in your area that has like a lot of followers, or that person has your the people that you want to get. So I don't know, make an agreement with that person. Can I be in your show? Can I help you with this? And start like showing your face in your community, in your market, so you can get that relevance from other people who already and start doing like help each other to grow.
Yes, and we cannot be a secret agent. Real estate is a contact sports, and we have to make sure we are in contact with the client. And to get a new client, we have to show ourselves. Whether like if you go on my Instagram, Happy and Lucky Man, you will see that even if I am in the gym, I am showing that. Even if I'm going anywhere, I am showing that. The reason is, even my brother, my younger brother, always joke that only shower you're not showing, otherwise you're showing the whole thing what you're doing. So but the thing is, ultimately, if you're not showing who you are, your real person, then people will never give you business. People wants to give business whom they can trust, whom they know who you are. So your real you will only come out if you're in front of them, and the best example of in front of them is on their phone nowadays, or email, digital marketing, and all. Moving to Janina. Janina, what do you think about digital marketing, and what digital marketing are you finding most effective in reaching out, engaging potential buyers, sellers, and investors?
Well, I actually started paying Yelp to push my profile up in search results, and also to have a whole bunch of different features that make my profile look more attractive. And that has been a lot more successful than I expected. And I'm always asking folks who come to me as strangers, not referred by any client or friend or family, how did they find me? And they never mention Yelp. But it's funny because when I'm advertising on Yelp, I get all these calls, and they just know that they Google searched for best agent in X location, and my name pops up. And so that the fact that I have a lot of visible reviews on Yelp that are really wonderful from my past clients, and that's an art form in itself, because they don't make all of them visible. They have their algorithm that pushes some of them down into obscurity. But after having that going for about 9 months, I got one very entitled millionaire who called me, and after a 13-minute conversation, he decided that he didn't want to work with me, and went on Yelp and gave me a 1-star review, which was the only negative review I've ever gotten. And I canceled my Yelp ads because I was furious with them for allowing that guy, who was never my client, to ruin my rating and not remove the review because he wasn't a client. Well, after about, I would say, a year of not advertising with them, I thought, I've had a few more reviews since then. Let me give it a shot again, because I miss getting these calls from perfect strangers and winning their business. So I started it again, and lo and behold, the negative review did not matter at all, because I had responded professionally to his ridiculous allegations. People actually picked me because of that. They said that they always look at the other reviews posted by folks who give negative ones, and they could see that he had a pattern. So so I'm very happily continuing to pay Yelp. I think it's about $300 a month, and I think I've gotten probably about 6 transactions originating from my ads through them in the past 12 months. So I love it, actually. And that's the only digital marketing I do.
Thank you so much for sharing, Janina. That's awesome. I actually was thinking about Yelp, but I will do my more research and might go for that. Saeed, what do you think about digital marketing? And you already know the question, or you want me to repeat? Saeed?
Oh, can you
Saeed?
hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I was mute.
No problem.
Yes, I heard the question and I appreciate everybody's sharing their experience. So for me, yes, I would say I totally agree with this social media support. However, it really depends on the individual, how busy you are being an agent, right? So I have colleagues, and I was like that too. I never used the social media like years ago, right? But now, since my background is IT as well, so I'm very hands-on. I love the social media. I get sometime I get a lot, and I don't even remember where this lead is coming from. So as I said, it really depends. But then there many avenues being a real estate agent. You can go by referrals, you can go by social media, you can go by door knocking, you can go by flyering. So it really depends what attracts you and where you got lucky, right? So to be honest, I accept the door knocking. um, I tested it everything and everything works out. It depends how much energy you use and how much you are focused in terms of where you advertising yourself and what are you talking about it. Making sense is very important. One thing I would advise that please, when you do even social media, don't distract people. Just be straight. Know your product. What are you selling? Regardless it is pre-construction or pre-sale or anything else, the land or the commercial you're selling. You need to have the thorough knowledge, and that's where your strong leads come from. And the second thing, advertising and paying somebody 500 a month, 1,000 a month, it's not a big deal. Everybody's there out there, so many people to take your money, right? uh, Everybody loves it. But if you don't execute, you don't follow up, I would say it doesn't make sense. You do social media, you do door knocking, you do flyering, you do whatever, but the follow up is the strongest thing. However, whatever you do it, that's pretty much I will have to say for social media thing.
Sai, thank you so much for sharing. Yes, of course, we have to respect our viewers also who are watching us, what we are posting. And end of the day, our goal is to get a business. And people will only give you business if you respect whether it's come to any culture, religion, or anything, and you talk about what you're selling, but most of the time we have to, I believe, we have to show 20% of what our business is and 80% our normal life. That way people are not like muting us for some time that, hey, he keep on posting only real estate and not true what he is. What is That's my belief system. But moving to next one is chat gpt actually has helped me a lot recently. I started using very late, not I will say 6 months, and has changed my game. That is the new technology which I have adopted. And even the presentation, preparing anything which I'm in a hurry, I have a meeting, that chat gpt is really a blessing for our business. So I want to know from all of you, the question is, which new technology or tools have you recently adopted to enhance your business operation or interaction with the clients? And moving to Roberto.
For example, with the chat GPT.
Yeah, any technology which you had adopted which has helped your business.
Okay.
Mine was ChatGPT.
I believe that AI is one of the biggest part, that because it saves us money. Automation, I believe, is the key for letting us do what we have to do. That is like getting clients, talk with them, and closing. For me, also I love the virtuality. I'm a specialist in pre-construction, so I sell through Zoom a lot. So I think that helped us to get more deals. And the lead generation, I believe that that's the system that you have to implement. Facebook ads, Facebook leads, Instagram leads. You have to pay to get leads. It's not enough like you're going out and find more like people to talk. I believe that with a correct system and with the correct technology, you can get like a lot of deals, and you can close you can stop, because sometimes there are so many that you have to stop like getting so many because you cannot attend them all. So if you don't do it right now, try to do it. Facebook leads. You don't have to learn it. Find someone who knows and pay it to do it, because otherwise it's going to be like a pain. So that's my recommendation.
Thank you so much for sharing, Roberto. Moving to Janina, what do you think about what new technology you had adopted for your business, Janina?
I mean, I don't know if I'd call it new technology, but something that I don't think a lot of us are doing is if we have, for example, in a transaction which involves an estate and several heirs, and maybe you have anything more than 2 people participating on that side that you're representing, instead of having texting group chats, I try to use voice comments or video I do a quick video to explain something if it's a little complicated, because 90% of our communication is nonverbal, and it's really, I think it helps people really understand your tone if you're not using text. So that's pretty much all I've got. I don't use AI or anything like that.
Thank you so much for sharing. Saeed, back to you.
Okay, what was the question again? Sorry.
Which new technology or tools have you recently adopted to enhance your business?
I am, to be honest, I'm an old-fashioned, but I'm still I use a lot Facebook. I use the WhatsApp chat groups. So, and in terms of talking to my friends and also my clients, so for each transactions, what my admin does, so we create a group, separate WhatsApp group. So even the follow-up after, and that's how we go with that. I have stopped sending emails. I only send out one email, and I use constant contacts for that. Once a month, my newsletter goes, what is going on, because and if whatever the projects I have, I sent it off. But to me, mine is like, I am a phone call away. My return time is always less than 2 hours. So I return my calls and everything. So I'm not using IA or anything yet, or the ChatGPT also, because first of all, I'm thinking about it, but I have a different plan which I haven't executed. I'll share with you guys once I execute that plan, and if it is successful. But so far, no, I'm using the all old gadgets and all old social media platform. I use TikTok, and I also use the Insta a lot, and then Facebook. Other than that, no, nothing, nothing the latest technology or anything.
And without that, you are achieving icons. So hard work, we don't need a technology, that means.
Well, as I said, it really depends on the individual how you do it. Becoming an icon is not necessarily that you have to have any latest technology. No, the first year I was basic. Like I didn't even do it any social media or anything, and I achieved. So it's your work which proves, it's your knowledge. It's like it's your database. And it's your style, how you, because maintaining the icon status is not easy. You all know, all the achievers, that how many days you have to go through, and then you have to keep a track, you have to organize yourself. So I don't think the role of the social media made me icon. I think it's my team efforts and my real estate lifestyle which made me proud to achieve this status personally. Yeah, these are the staircases and the ladders which is helping all of us to grow. But again, once you have your database and you are in touch with them and you're working great, to be honest, these is like a cherry tree. Every year you're gonna get something from that tree if you build the tree already. So you don't need to do a lot. You don't need to water a lot, even a cherry tree. It's just because whatever you did it right and you nailed it, and just keep coming back to you. So that's the integrity of the business. And whatever you do it right, and then I think you keep getting benefits out of it. That's how I think.
Yes, that's a amazing thinking, and I appreciate that you sharing it. Now, moving to next one, we all know that real estate is like, can be demanding. Initially, I remember when I got my license, I used to work nonstop 18, 19 hours. I used to tell my client that, you can call me at 6 a.m. till midnight, 12 midnight. The reason is I wanted clients to interact with me. I wanted business. So my next question is regarding work-life balance. We all know real estate can be demanding. How do you maintain a healthy work-life balance? And what advice would you give to a new agent? Going to Janena. What do you think, Jen?
Well, let me just be completely honest and say I am very dissatisfied with my current work-life balance, but I am working on it because I know this is really important to avoid burnout. I tell my clients that if they have a thought or an idea or a question, I want them to share it with me before they forget it. However, I am not going to be responding if it's after about 6 p.m. or before 9 a.m. in the morning, unless I think it's really time sensitive. And I also remind them from the beginning, there really aren't any emergencies in real estate. And if the house is burning down, which is the only emergency I can think of, you got to call the fire department and not me. So what I'm not satisfied with about I'm sorry, I forgot to say that my phone is on silent during those hours when I'm not answering. So what I have to train myself to do that I'm still working on is don't look at those texts, don't look at those emails when it's outside of those hours, because all of my clients actually respect this. I have not lost a single client who said, you're not available for me at 9:30 p.m., I'm going to work with somebody else. Because I actually do work during those hours sometimes after my children go to sleep. They're ages 8 and 12. So sometimes I need to take time with them between 6 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. And then I'll catch up on some paperwork that evening. So they'll see emails from me sometimes at, 10 p.m. But I'm not going to be engaging with people. And they all understand that and respect it. And I even know agents that are very successful that don't do any work on the weekends. I can't see how that would work for me exactly, but especially not in this market where things are moving so fast. But honestly, if I could just abide by the boundaries that I have set for myself of absolutely not engaging with clients after 6 p.m. and focusing on my family with 100% follow through, I think that my family and I would be happier with our home life experience. So I'm still working on that.
Yes, so you said it right. I adopted this change that after 7, I stopped taking calls. If it's not like urgent, I am avoiding it, because what was happening, I was in the house, but I was not in the house with my family, So I'm in my office, home office all the time. And I started realizing by the time I'm done, my dogs are sleeping, my son is sleeping, and I don't have spend time with them. So then I recently have done, like, I will say 90 days ago, this change. It has helped me and it's not affected my business anyway. It was just I was just having a mindset that I have to be awake till 12, to do this, do that. Ultimately, our work will never finish. We have to balance that. So, Roberto, what do you think about work-life balance? Real estate can be demanding. How do you maintain a healthy work-life balance? And what advice you will give to the new agent?
I believe I am in the same situation of Janina, and it's hard. And I've been trying to organize my agenda, my calendar. I believe that that's so important. I don't know. I know a lot of people who works until 6, 5, 6. I haven't been able to do that. I'm being honest here, but it's important to have like a balance between work and your family, because kind of like we reflect with our clients what we are doing, what we are. The emotions that we have at home, and it's hard because if you're bad, with bad humor, and bad, you're fighting with your wife or with your husband or whatever, that will affect your day and your work. And like for me, I talk about me. So I think you have to have a balance between the family, also with your kids, with your partner, um, because everything cannot be work. And at the end, we are trying to do this not for the money, just for the money, but because we like it. And when you like to do this, for other people, to help buy a house, to help buy a new investment. I believe that's the goal here, that have that balance, and being able to separate things, and to grow in both aspects, not just in the professional part, but in your personal life. And I believe that you can do that, like, if you make teams. I'm not that. For example, I work with a partner that her name is Maria Disilo. She's from AXP as well. And sometimes when I cannot attend one client, she is able to do it because I'm in my kids' classroom or whatever. So find someone that you can work with, and it doesn't matter if you have to share your commission. Sometimes when you share your commissions or a part of your commission, you are giving blessings to someone else, and also to uh, that buys you time, okay, to be able to be with your family or to do other things for yourself. So my advice here is, like, if you can find someone to work with, or get that support from someone else, at the end, if you have to share a part or half, it doesn't matter. That's my mentality. And if someone, I know that we all work different, but that's something that I can say.
I didn't realize it was muted. Roberto, thank you so much for sharing. And you said it right. Sometime we blessing somebody by sharing your work can increase your business. We cannot try to grab all, like in when I was a child, people used to think that there's somebody shared this story that if you try to grab all the candies one time, you might not be able to grab more. So it's better to grab what you can and share with others.
Sonny,
So
and something else that I can add here is that we are in a company in EXP that we can make teams, right? We each of us is kind of like a broker, right? If you have someone under you, like, get together, and for example, give them, make them make money too, because that help you too to grow. So if you create more leaders, your business is going to grow. Like, we have the opportunity to have like an additional income, that is the revenue share. So get people together, be a leader, and also share your leads, share your work, and that will keep growing. And if you see a future, maybe in the future, that revenue share will pay your income or your monthly needs, and then you will sell because you like it, or you will do real estate because you like it, but not because you need the money.
Correct, correct. Yes, Saeed. Thank you, Roberto. First of all, Saeed, what do you think, sir, about work-life balance?
Okay, so thanks for asking. The work balance, again, I focus on the thing is like my timelines, right? The schedules. Like the certain days, I don't keep a same routine, right? So the work balance when you don't want to get bored, and so you have to do the mix and match. You cannot meet client every day. So I set up my calendar in a way with a mix and match. Like some days of a week, I have uh, meeting with the clients for the executions, and so I. But then again, there are so many things going on with you. So it's important that you set up your calendar in a way that you don't get bored. Because if you're meeting clients every day, basically you're repeating yourself again and again, and it's not going to be benefited for the client or yourself, right? Because you get bored of it. So what I do, like the weekends, usually I do the open houses, and then I get ready for 1 p.m. and before 9 to 12, I have my me time, which is in office. I invite people to that open house, to my clients and all that for meet and greet. It's not necessary that they have to buy, but they get a feel of it, that how the staging is done, how I deal with other customers, so they get more confidence on me. And then, to be honest, after that open house, that's my strategy. So after my open house, like I get a call and then they say, "Oh, can we meet in the office?" So it's good when client is telling you to, like, they want to meet you, right? So the food is already cooked. You just have to eat it and stir it. That's what it is. So the work balance is very important. Like the patience should be there, and it's not necessary that somebody call you today and then you have to execute them tomorrow. No, there are a lot of things you have to do your due diligence. After this new rules came in, and especially in Ontario, the TRISA, so things are a bit difficult, right? And whatever the market is going on, so you really have to be careful because so much is going on. One buyer, if he's coming to you and thinking that you are he wants to work with you, so it doesn't mean that he never worked with anybody else. And this is the problem Canadians are facing. I don't know about the North America, because they stop trusting realtor, and once they come to the, and you can see, because once you give them the BRA to sign, they refused, and they say, "No, we wanted to see your services first, and then you get to sign the BRA." However, when I used to work before, it was different. Somebody came walk into my office and I get them sign in BRA and done. But now it's difficult. Customer wants to try you first on the trial basis, and then if they feel comfortable, then they will sign you the BRA for 60, 90 days. So I think it's very important that you have to have your own time. Don't go after on the customer. That is called the work balance, in a way that take your time and give them some time to come to you. I know, like, we think, okay, you know what, let's do everything all at once, but sometimes it doesn't work. It's very overwhelming for the customers. So whether it depends, they are the first time buyer, the second time buyer, they're investor, or what is their background. So I would say having your calendar and in your control. Don't put too much. Only make your goals, and then that's how it's going to define your work balance, and you'll be successful.
Right, I love it. Make it not boring, and also prioritizing what is the first thing to do. Roberto,
Sure.
I also love, Roberto, what you mentioned. A leader create better leader than them. So I love that answer. I forgot to mention that time. Moving to next one, guys. It's about key to success. Today, what you think actually that is the main reason you guys are successful in real estate, or you're an icon. So what's the question is, what do you think is the major keys to your success in real estate industry? And going to Roberto.
Okay, I believe that your community, okay, find a community that help you to grow. In EXP, there are so many good people. There are so many coaches, brokers. So uh, sometimes I speak with for people that who probably enter in EXP and their leader is not that good, or they don't have like a really good team. Try to find a community that helps you to elevate you to grow, because it's not a mistake, or it's not a, how do I say this, it's not a you every day you are not feeling good, feeling that I want to work, or life happens. So sometimes you need that community to help you to move up, right, to help you to say like, no, you come back. Sometimes we start to moving far from our objective. I don't, sometimes transactions, they don't happen. Something happened with the client and they don't want to buy. We already count with that commission. But if you have a community, that community and that team help you to grow, that help you to keep you on the loop. Okay, it doesn't matter, keep going. Like when you have that, that's the key for success. Having people around you to help you, because if you surround with people who are keep pushing up, who are keep pushing the limits, you will be one too. If you are with people that they stay like a secret agent, they don't want to do this, they are complaining all the time, probably you will be the next. So I don't know if everybody heard that before, that you are kind of you are from the people you surround yourself. So uh, that, I think that's it.
Thank you, Roberto. I 100% agree with you. A celebrity is a celebrity because he has she has a spun following. So end of the day, it's the community, is the people you are serving. Um, Janena, what do you think about what is actually the what do you think is the major key to your success in the real estate industry? Janina?
I believe she left. She got disconnected.
Oh, okay. Sorry for that. So, Saeed, question goes to you, sir. Saeed, you there?
There you go. Yes, I'm here. All right. It's a very good question, and I'm glad to hear. It's only EXP we are disclosing all the goodies, right? Which is I love about it. This our brokerage, that we are very open, right, and very transparent. So to me, the success is integrity. You have to, and the follow-ups, and be honest with your client, right? I would say work ethics has to be there. We should all be on the toes what we're doing, and believe me, if you're working hard, it's gonna come back to you, because my example was I worked 14 years in IT, and I got early retirement in a way. Like I just my director was like, why you want to do it? I said, no, it's my passion, right? And the first year, everybody was like, wow, like you already quit the job and you walk into this industry where like nobody knows you. I'm like, don't worry about it. So it's a confidence. It's a and then I can see the only way I got successful. Like forget about, we have 28 people listening to each other, right? All of us, but the realtor, we have everything. We can advise them, but we cannot do a realtor. We have everything. We can advise them, but we cannot do everything for them. So be clear, and then believe me, you're gonna bloom, even in winter. So that's how I think.
This opportunity, Brian and team, you guys are awesome. Brian, thank you so much for all the hard work you have done to make this today possible. Thank you guys. Back to Brian now.
Thank you, Sunny. You are literally a ray of light. I want to thank all of you on the panel today. You brought the information, you showed up, and you made it happen. If you are watching this out there on YouTube, smash that like button. Thank you all for joining. We're here every Friday at 8:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11:45 Eastern